right? What's going on? We got game 7, boys and girls, as the Indiana Pacers stay alive, defend home court, and force the critical game 7 for all the marbles on Sunday in Oklahoma City. One of these two teams will win their first ever NBA title. You don't really count the ABA titles for the Pacers, and I don't count the Seattle Supersonics for the OKC Thunder. The people of Oklahoma have never enjoyed this title. Queasy, what's up? What's up? You are first. Zay, what's going on, big dog? Oh, it's Cole. Oh, yeah, I didn't know you changed your name again. I'm at 686. Good job, man. Almost at 750. And then you're going to be at 1,000. Good work, boys. Good work out there. First game 6 since game 7, you mean? Game 7. Yeah, I got you. Game 6. Indiana was the stat tonight. They've won every game 6 since like 2014. They're great in game 6s. But yeah, first game 7 since LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love went into Golden State and completed the comeback. So should be a lot of fun. It's going to be an ugly game. This game kind of got out of hand really... Uh-oh, my camera. What's going on? Come on, refocus. This game got out of hand really quick in the first quarter, or I should say the second quarter in the first half. This game was over at halftime, really. After starting 0 of 8, Indiana shot the shit out of the ball. They made like 5 straight threes after that. They did a good job moving the ball. OKC was turning the ball over way too much. There was a million turnovers, especially in the first half, and Indiana had like 1 turnover. On top of that, OKC shot the 3 horrible again. They were like 2 for 18, I think, at a point in time in this game. Obi shocked you. Yeah, Obi Toppin. This is what role players do, though. Role players play great at home and awful on the road. And Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell had a great game. I mean, TJ McConnell had 12 points in the first half. Didn't do really anything in the second half for them. But he was kind of the spark plug for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton had a good half. I mean, 12 points in the first half, only 14 for the game. Didn't really play much in the second half. Obviously dealing with the calf injury. Didn't think he was going to even play. They were preparing for him not to play tonight. So, big win for them. Nebhard was solid. Siakam was solid. He had a couple of big shots in the first half, grabbing the rebounds. I thought from the OKC side of things, you know, Hartenstein was good early. He had 10 points. I thought he was really good offensively, and they were kind of dominating the board. The Thunder were up 10-2 in this game very early. Looked like they were controlling it. Like I said, Indiana couldn't hit a shot. Playing good defense. Chet, another horrible game, and it makes you worry. Chet is so young, my guys. Doesn't have all this experience. And he just gets in his own head, it feels like. It feels like Chet gets stuck in his own head, makes bad decisions. It doesn't look good. Yeah, 8 threes isn't going to cut it to OKC 16 or Indiana 16 threes. Yeah, and it was like 2 threes when this game was competitive. It was like 2 of 15 when the game was actually competitive in the first half. It was bad. It was bad, and they were open looks. Kason Wallace is like useless. Get him out of there. I mean, he was awful. He had a stretch there where he gave up a bucket, turnover, give up a 3. It was just like bad, and then miss a 3. It was just like, oh, he was awful. I thought Wiggins was bad. The role guys were bad for them. Isaiah Joe, though, with 11 points in garbage time. Caruso, nothing for you. They basically pulled the starters midway through the third quarter after they couldn't cut this thing down for them. But can't ask for much more. Game 7. I didn't love the way the game was officiated tonight. It felt early. Me and the group chat was going that, you know, it was kind of one of those games where you felt like Adam Silver made the call early. It was just like very unbalanced. OKC had double the fouls of Indiana in the first half. They were calling really soft ticky-tack stuff, I thought, on OKC. And Indiana was pretty much doing whatever they wanted on a loose ball. And they were killing them on the loose balls. They were more effort, more pace, but they were shoving guys. Like there was this sequence right before the half where Lou Dort gets fouled on the three. They don't call it. Hartenstein gets the rebound, gets fouled grabbing the rebound. The ball pops out. They don't call that. Then SGA goes to pick it up, and they shove SGA out of the way. Don't call that. And then Halliburton saves it from going out of bounds, and they go transition the other way and bang a three. So it was just like one of those things that was like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? We get it. You guys won a game 7 on a Sunday. What's it going to be like? Yeah, script, sports productions. It was part of the script. Chet is disappearing in the biggest time of his career. Yeah, but we gotta cut Chet a little slack. This is only his second year playing in the NBA. He missed his entire rookie year. It's only his second year, and he only played 32 games this year. Chet is just over. He has 114 career regular season games played. Like, that's nothing. And then this run in the postseason. And last postseason, Chet's a baby still. Chet is still a baby at only 23 years old. So having to rely on Chet isn't ideal, but I do think he doesn't play. He's definitely in his own head. He's definitely thinking too much. He's not just playing. You just got to play, man. You just got to play ball. He's thinking. He's thinking too much. He's apprehensive when he goes to the cup. Just finish it. Finish strong. Try and play through the contact. You're going to get fouled. You're going to get hit. Miles Turner's a big man. He's going to bump you. I mean, there was the one alley-oop play where he just missed the flush. And it's like, at that point, it's like, Chet, come on, man. You're just killing him. He was good on the glass. He plays good defense for you, especially for a stretch 5 when you're not getting a whole lot of anything else. And Miles Turner hasn't done really anything this series. He's been pretty bad. He was 1 of 9 again tonight. So Chet's defensive assignment when he's in there, that was kind of the worry. Is he going to bully him? He's been solid on him. Siakam's kind of cooking him when they get matched up again. But Siakam was getting to the line anytime he wanted to in the first half. I would rather him score more than he did nothing against him. Yeah, you obviously want the offense. You need more offense from Chet. But at least his entire game isn't going to shit. Like, his entire game isn't falling apart. Because we see times where, like, if you're struggling on the offensive end, you don't even lock in defensively, and it's just a shit show. You're falling apart. Everything is bad news. Sad times for everybody out there. If you haven't already, hit that like button, boys and girls. Hit that thumbs up. Gets us out into the algorithm. Really helps the stream out a lot. Yeah, promoting. So we'll be live after Game 7. We will finally have an NBA champion. So you're getting the max number of post-game streams for me this year. So we will have a nice long stream on Sunday night to talk about it with the title finally being settled. But tomorrow night, the big one. We've been promoting it on the channel. We've been hyping it up. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing a live 999 challenge here on the channel. At least 3 of us. I think there's at least 3 of us. There might be 4 of us. 9 hot dogs, 9 beers in a 9-inning baseball game. Live from the compound. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a shit show. And there will be donation incentives to torture us even more if you guys want that. If they shit the bed Sunday, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, I'm going to be pissed too if OKC. Hey, you have OKC in 7. See, that was even ballsy to pick OKC that deep. But yeah, I would be pissed too if OKC throws this away. OKC's been great at home, but Indiana's a team, like, if you just let them hang around in that game, man, it feels like they're going to be loose and comfortable, and OKC is the heavy favorites. Might get tight in that game. Now, I do love that bet the under on fouls in that game because they're going to let OKC do whatever they want. Like, both teams are going to be able to beat the shit out of each other. They're not going to call fouls in that game. It's going to be a war out there. So that should be fun, and these teams got to be exhausted. Now, tonight maybe helps. A lot of rest for everybody. Not really hard playing in the second half. So that should boost us out as well. SEP, hello. What's going on? Hope you're having a good Thursday night. Philly Matt, OKC in 7. Yeah, you got to take OKC at home in a Game 7. This is very similar to the Denver series. This kind of mirrors the Denver series exactly for the Thunder. Lose Game 1 at home that you should have won at a buzzer beater. Take care of business in Game 2. Lose Game 3. Get the win in Game 4. Go up, tie it up at 2. Go up 3-2 at home. Get pounded in Game 6 on the road. And then you blew out Denver in Game 7. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to blow out Indiana because everything's going to be tight. Everything is going to be taken up a level. So it's going to be a big test. This is going to be a huge test. And if it's a close game late, You worry about Indiana kind of just hanging around and making every shot and just pulling it out of their ass. Just pulling it out of their ass. But we've seen OKC in Game 4 and Game 5 tighten the screws late. Late in games. Get the defense locked up. W's in the chat from SCP. Philly Matt, bet the over for Game 7. No shot. No shot. No shot bet it over in a Game 7. I don't care how low it is. Bet it lower. Bet it lower. Bet it lower. Bub, Thunder in 7. Yeah, I'm on Thunder in 7 too. I had Thunder in 5. So we're hanging on for hope, but I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good about the Thunder. Like, Indiana just is like a painful, pain-in-the-ass rat team. They're a bunch of rats over there in Indiana. Like, you got a bunch of bozos. If the bozos bang threes for Indiana, it's going to be a scary game. It's going to be a scary game for OKC. Now, if OKC's bums on the bench hit threes and Indiana's don't, OKC could be having a good time. Need a big J-Dub game. Need a huge SGA game. I'm interested to see how much they let Nebhard just assault SGA in Game 7. Probably a lot. Bet under fouls, under for the game. Everyone's going to be tired. Everyone would be surprised. I think everyone's going to be a little surprised if Indiana actually pulls this off. It would be one of the biggest upsets in finals history. One of the biggest upsets in finals history. I think they're going to look back at this, and losing Game 4 is what's going to sell this series. Now, they do have a chance to right the wrong. They got a Game 7. They're still alive. But I think Game 4 is going to haunt their dreams that they lost that game down the stretch. A game that they were kind of dominating in, that they should have won no problems. Remember when this guy called me crazy when I said the Vikings would choke and my Eagles would win the Super Bowl when the playoffs started? Hey, man, when you got to play a team that doesn't play Week 18 and gets a free bye and then play on the road with 15 wins, tough scenes. Tough scenes. I don't know if that's choking since the NFL is trying to change the rules because of what the Rams did over there. And then, yeah, Philly didn't have to play anybody in the NFC. They had a nice, comfy road. And they played no offensive line in the Chiefs. That's tough. But I'm excited to play the Eagles this year in Minnesota. That Eagles defense is not very good this year. Missing a lot of bodies up front. A lot of bodies. Yeah, the Pacers should have won up 3-1. Yeah. Pacers should have won Game 4, won up 3-1, and this thing would have been over. They would have won tonight, Game 6. OKC wins Game 5. Pacers take care of business tonight, win the title. So I think they're going to be kicking themselves in the ass if they lose Game 7. Be like, that was it. I love my Ravens signing. Vikings going to suck this year. They massively upgraded at every position except for maybe quarterback, but they didn't have a good quarterback last year. So they massively upgraded their offensive line, the worst part of their team. I mean, J.J. McCarthy just has to be the 15th best quarterback in the NFL. Sam Darnold was closer to 16 than 12 last year. Sam Darnold wasn't as good as people think he was last year, especially under duress. The offensive line in the run game is going to be so much better this year. Jordan Mason, massive upgrade at the backup position for running backs. But 2 Pro Bowl level guys replacing the interior for guys who aren't going to play anywhere. Yeah, go look at Sam Darnold's quarterback ratings last year. He was like 16, finished as the 16th rated quarterback last year. Might have been 15th. Wasn't as high as people think. Sam Darnold won a game where he threw 4 interceptions and we scored 12 points. And we had a really bad run game. We're going to have a really good run game this year. I love my Ravens signing Jair Alexander. I can't wait for Week 10 when Jair's got to come back to Minnesota. Don't be mad, Zay, when JJ teaches him who his father is again. But they didn't pay anything for him, so that's good. Let's just see if he stays healthy. Sam sucks under pressure. That's why I'd be concerned if I'm a Seahawks fan. I think the Seahawks are going to have a really good defense. Their offensive line is still bad. Offensive line is still bad. And the ratings had Henry over Barkley. It's a load of BS. What ratings? Madden ratings? The PPR ratings? And no, they didn't. Not during the season, not at the end. I mean, Saquon Barkley was pretty much number 1 in everything. That's not true. Austin, what's up? What's up? Feels like it's been a minute. See, guy, I watched most of it. I gotta remember. I got the new iPad chat over here. I gotta get the chat. I gotta remember to look at the new iPad chat setup, boys. I watched most of it once they got ahead, and I knew it was over. Yeah, this game was over at halftime. I said GG's at halftime. The group chat was in. PFF. Well, I have to look at that, but I wasn't talking about PFF. I was talking about quarterback ratings. For them, but I don't think that they have that. We can pull this up. We're going to go into a football debate here. Everybody loves football. Yeah, it has been, Austin. It's been a minute. Say I'm worried about Saquon for this year. Yes, the Madden curse is a problem. The running back curses for Madden are bad. Running back, there's not been a good running back season after being on the Madden curse. Game 7, oh hell yeah. Yup, 2 best words in sports. Game 7. I like how this is the #1 article. This is a Derrick Henry running back article. Let's see if I can look at grades. I want to see player grades. There we go. PFF, select by position, running back. I'm not signed in. Oh, I got to sign into PFF. Okay. I don't have my password with me. And I'm not typing in my password on screen for you guys. You guys are going to hack my PFF over here, but I'll get onto it. But did that have Bijan second? Bijan didn't have that good of a season. Yikes. But I don't think anybody out there would really argue that. Especially since Saquon sat the last game. Maybe that's why, taking a 0. But Saquon, 2,200 yard rush, or 2,100 yard rusher. Well, I didn't even know if that was even. Look, I don't even know if. Was that even 2024? I don't even know if that was 24. Hold on, guys. I will sign into PFF and pull this up. Ah! I closed the window. I can move it off the screen, so I will sign in. All right. Password, big booty bitches. What is my PFF password? Okay. Okay. I don't know if he was the best since Peterson. Because whatchamacallit, was it CMC 2 years ago? Might have been better because of the receiving. You got to go total yards. Stuff like that. Here we go. Player grades. Viewer play. Running backs. For every game in the 2024 season. Where is Saquon was 11th? Why? Because he's awful in the pass. That's why. What's he in the run? Saquon's run grades were bad. Why are his run games so bad? It's because he's terrible at blocking and all terrible in the blocking category and the receiving category. That's why he ranks so low. That's crazy. I get the total rate. I get why the offensive rating is off for Saquon, because he's terrible in the passing game. And he's a bad blocker. But so is Henry. Why are his games so bad? You know what it is? I can tell you exactly what it is. It's because projected runs behind the offensive line. Philly's offensive line was so good. So good. They were 1. That they feel like Saquon should have rushed for more yards. That's exactly why his grades are low. Whereas Henry's offensive line was not very good. They were average at best. That's why his run grade was so good. That's exactly what it has to be. How many carries did they have? Carries did it say? Offensive snaps. How many carries? Saquon had 65 more runs, too. At least running snaps. I don't know if that counts, whatchamacallit. Does that count Hurts' tush pushes? Interesting. But I get that now. That makes sense. It has to be because of the offensive line. Saquon was below projected rushing. Austin, bro, I'm single after dating a girl for a month and a day, and I've had baseball going, so that's how my life happens. Fine. Life's good. I'm about to drink a lot of beer and eat a lot of hot dogs tomorrow, and it's going to be awful tomorrow. We're chilling. It's summertime, boys. Chilling, watching basketball. Getting ready for football. Let's see. CMC is a good argument. Can't argue that. Yeah. It just depends. It's your flavor. If you want pass receiving running backs, it's your flavor of RB. One of those Henry seasons in there too. Didn't Henry ran for 2,000 yards, didn't win the MVP one of those years too with the Titans. That was a gross year he had. Let's see, PFF is a load of BS. I think you just have to figure out what they grade on and what they're prioritizing. And how they grade. You have to figure out the secret sauce. It's not everything, and it's not the only thing, but it is good. I do think it is good on the analytics side. Especially you can watch games. It's also hard because, like, penalties. If you get a penalty, you get docked a lot. Like, penalties, you get docked. It's kind of weird how the grades go into things. Did you know if Addison's found guilty, you could be losing him for the season? That's not true. It's going to be 4 games. Even if he's guilty, it's 4 games. He's not going to jail. He's going to get, like, suspended sentence or something. I'm surprised he hasn't already cut a plea deal. But he's not going to get the full season. It'll be 4 games. That's what pretty much every DUI has been in the NFL. It's 4 games. Negotiated down to 3. So I don't think it's going to be the whole season. Philly starts a series with the Mets tomorrow. I'm from South New Jersey, so I'm a Philly fan on all sports. See, guy, there we go. He's a South Jersey Philly, North Jersey Yankee fan. I'm sure Frank the Tank from Barstool is going to be having a great time watching that series. See, that's the game I kind of wanted to do the challenge for. I kind of wanted to do Mets-Phillies for the 999 challenge, but we settled on my Yankees. So, it'll be fun. Science final tomorrow. All right, Austin. Good luck. Have a good night. Hop in the chat tomorrow. We'll be rocking it. Yes, sir. Peace out. Peace out. I wish the Flyers would get it together. The Flyers are never going to get it together, guys. The Flyers are fucking awful. They are terrible. The Flyers are so bad, and they're never getting better. They are so bad. I root for the second worst team in Philly, too, which is a real shame that my Philly team has to be the Sixers. Because they're a dumpster fire. But we're going to take Edgecombe next week. We're not going to take Ace Bailey. He's a bozo. Edgecombe, dog. Things are going to be okay. Addison looking at 6 months locked up. That's like that's like a normal person. He's not going to jail. He's not going to jail. There's no way. They would take a plea deal. Like they would cut a deal with him. He's gonna do like a diversion program or some shit like that. He's gonna do a bunch of community service. He's not gonna see jail. I would be floored if Addison goes to jail. There'd be no way. Especially in Minnesota. They don't even have cops in Minnesota, man. Defund the police and all that nonsense. He ain't going to jail in Minnesota. This ain't the Deep South. Got to remember, Kellen Moore's play calling wasn't great, to be honest, and the run plays were very simple and easy to read, and Saquon and the Eagles O-line did that. I think Kellen Moore's play calling is better than people think. I don't think Kellen Moore's play calling is that bad. I think the zone running game works. Think about how good the running game was in Dallas. The running game was a lot better in Dallas before Kellen Moore left. It was really bad with McCarthy. Really good with Kellen Moore. So, the Eagles' offensive line does make everything easier. Wish the Sixers would get it together. Hopefully next season. No, we're cooked. The Sixers are cooked for a minute. You got to get rid of Embiid. You got to get rid of Paul George, and you got to build around McCain, Maxey, and Edgecombe. Hopefully, it's going to be a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if Embiid's ever going to play for us again. And you just watch these playoff games. Can Embiid stay healthy for 4 playoff series? No, he can't. He can't. He just can't. I'm done. I'm out on the Embiid train. I don't want Bailey. We don't need VJ. We need Bailey much more. The problem is Bailey got buzz written all over him, and he's not going to play. He wouldn't play on this team. Edgecombe just fills the box sheet. He just fills the box sheet. He does everything they want. They are trying to move up to 2 to get Ron Harper, but that's not going to happen. I don't think San Antonio is going to let Harper slip. Like, trade De'Aaron Fox. You want to sign Kevin Durant? You trade for Durant, then trade De'Aaron Fox and draft Ron Harper. So you have Wemby, Harper, and then Durant. And probably Stephon Castle. That's your team. They're trying to get him with 2 misdemeanors. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure blocking traffic and, like, DUI. It's just not, I mean, it's not the same. It's just different. It's like, you're really not going to see a jail cell with that. You're going to get a problem. Now, he did get cited for speeding, but that's about it. He also doesn't have, like, a criminal history. So, I don't think he ain't going to get cooked like that. Dallas fans always complain about Moore's play calling. Dallas fans also complain about everything, Matt. They complain about everything. Living in Texas, they literally complain about everything. That's why he was fired from Dallas. Yeah, they got significantly worse in the run game. Fat Mike didn't help their cases either. Because we got the same result. They got waxed by the Packers in the playoffs. It was the same thing. It's the same thing. Think about how much better the Eagles' play calling was this year with Kellen Moore than it was 2 years ago. They were one of the worst play calling teams 2 years ago. And Sirianni can't do anything, apparently. He's just a rah-rah guy. Addison will be fine. Yeah, we think so. 4 games, 3 to 4 games. 6 if they're feeling really spicy. But I don't know about all that. It feels a bit excessive. Plus, we have Rashee Rice. Like, does anybody know what Rashee Rice status is? Like, remember he had that whole traffic incident? Rashee Rice got into a little bit of trouble, but then he tore his knee and everybody forgot about it. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Juice, what's up? Not much. Just chilling. We're talking football now since the basketball was so shitty tonight. But we do have a Game 7. Oh, SJ, you changed it? Juice. I like Juice better. I like the Juice. Just the juice. I like that. Harsh judge. It has to do more with the DA and the prosecutors, eh? Like, the state will cut a deal. I don't even know. Are they actually going to a jury trial? I think it's set, but they can just come to a plea agreement before then. And usually you take a plea on the day of, just knowing how American courts tend to work. Take a plea deal. Community service. A lot of community service. Which is probably going to be him, like, hosting a football camp. Like a nonprofit football camp. They're hanging out with at-risk youth or something like that. Doing a lot of autograph signings. Darius Rucker got 5 years in jail? What? Your friend was once sentenced Darius Rucker to 5 years? I didn't know Darius Rucker went to jail. Hootie went to jail? That's crazy. That's wild. Football a little different, especially in Minnesota. Come on, guys. Minnesota is a soft state when it comes to policing these days. Somebody just cry racism. They're targeting a poor African American man. They'll get that shit shut down in Minnesota. Yeah, for drugs. That's a little bit more serious, though. Drug offense is a little bit more serious. That checks out a little bit more. Alexander in Baltimore, what do I think? I mean, I can't wait to play him again. We play them week 10. Can't wait to cook Alexander. Jair Alexander ain't shit in my book. He's always hurt. He's always faking hurt. And Alexander's gotten one of them. So Alexander runs his mouth is the problem, and they run nothing but two high safeties with Alexander. Like, Alexander always has a safety covering his ass. So that's why he can be super aggressive and super physical on the outside. So I don't know if Baltimore is going to give him that freedom, because Baltimore kind of doesn't do that. They don't like to protect with their safeties. They kind of like to let their safeties roam. They like to let their safeties go and try and make a play and not cover your corner's ass. Zens, what's up? Pacers belt to ass tonight. Yup. They shot very well early, and they got a little help from the Tony brothers and the crew over there to lock it up. But yeah, Alexander for $4 million, you can't complain about that. That's a very affordable number to reunite with Lamar. Just be worried. Don't rely on him to be healthy and active all the time. So, all right, I think that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Shorter stream. Return to All-Pro. I love it. Shorter stream tonight because tomorrow we have the big stream on. Going to be live, 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. I don't know what time somewhere, Europe. I don't know what time in London. But we'll be live doing the 999 challenge, so it should be a lot of fun. You guys are going to enjoy it, watching us eat a bunch of hot dogs, drink a bunch of beer, and suffer in massive amount of pain. So I got to mentally prepare for that tomorrow. So appreciate everybody stopping by. Hit that like. It'll be all sorts of good for you guys. And we will be live Sunday after Game 7 as well. After we crown our 2025 NBA champion. Either the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Indiana Pacers will bring home their first NBA title. So, appreciate everybody stopping by. Good chat tonight. So, be on the lookout for the stream tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. Gassing it up. If it's Game 7, that's okay. Eagles drafting Campbell this year and have gotten a top 15 talent out of the last 4 drafts. It feels like y'all should be scared. Yeah, but they lost so much on the defensive line. The defensive line got pilfered on the defensive line. And secondaries, I mean, my man, they're going to put Cooper DeJean at safety. Kind of need him at the nickel. Excited about Isaiah Rodgers over there in Minnesota now. Kind of excited. Got the big offensive line. Also, Will Campbell, end of the draft. Best linebacker. Good pick. We'll see how he plays. See how it goes. D-line will be strong suit for us. Not as good as last year. That's for sure. Not as good as last year. They lost 4 guys on the D-line, didn't they? That depth is not there. Yes, Coop is in the slot, but they're trying to move him to safety. Yeah, that's the problem. I agree. I agree. They're trying to move him. They already said Cooper DeJean is going to be seeing more snaps at safety. You going to trust Makuba as a plug and play? I mean, I liked Makuba, but he's a 3rd round guy that they drafted in the 2nd round. I'm just telling you what I heard. Don't be surprised when they're going to move Cooper DeJean in getting some more snaps at safety, because they're not going to be in the nickel as much. Just telling you. I heard some things. Wasn't excited about it. I don't think they trust Reed necessarily either. The exciting Whites combo. Just put them both back at safety. That'll be something. All right, I got to go to bed, though. We're locked in. Everybody have a good night. Be safe. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the hot dog and beer in the basement.